The Armada Platinum might be the sweet spot for the new Armada. I'll include a link to the Nissan and Salt Lake's website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Paul. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into the video. Powering this is a twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6. It goes through a 9-speed. Fuel economy 16 around town, 19 on the highway, with power outputs being 425 horsepower and then 516 pound-feet of torque. We're closing in on 500,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. The hood is raised there on either side, giving a boxier look. And then you can see here with the headlights, the boxiness kind of continues theme-wise. You do have some chrome trim here on the front grille, fog lights down below, parking sensors too. Altogether, the new Armada, like I said, is quite a bit boxier with the overall look. Tire wheel setup is 275 by 60 by 20. You've got silver with some blacked out trim on the wheels, kind of more of a luxe look. And I mean, that continues with the venting on the side. Side steps there. We also have some chrome trim there at the bottom of the windows. And then here's your side profile. You can see it's pretty proportionate. It's about 209, 210 inches in length. And then it's got about a 121-inch wheelbase. When it comes to key fob features, we've got the Nissan logo. You have your remote start function, lock and unlock, and then the opening for the hatch. We've got an outlet here in the back, and then this is a 3-row SUV with the third row folded up. Again, similar in size to a Tahoe, a little bit smaller, but you still have space behind the third row. They have these controls. You can lower down the second row, you can raise and lower the third row, so it's nice you've got that power option. This one doesn't actually have air suspension, so there's no button to raise or lower the back end. Pretty nifty looking taillights, and then you can see the Platinum badge there on the back, and then the Armada badge has the same finish. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Armada. This week's giveaway makes my Jeep look lame because it is a supercharged Rubicon 392 that is fully decked out, producing 650 horsepower. Now, not only can you win this Rubicon 392, but part of the giveaway is also $26,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes. And not only that, your donations go towards helping children's and veterans charities. So use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. Any donation, $25 or more, will give you 4x bonus entries. Let's now check out the interior. Nice soft touch here on the door panel. I like the little kind of strip there in the center portion. And then look at these seats with all of the cross stitching, everything perforated down the center as well. Legroom in the second row is great. It's a full-size SUV. We've got storage pocket, heated seats in the back. We have our own climate zone, some USB ports, 12 volt. Cup holders here in the center. This has caption chairs and even more USB ports as well. And then the third row, being a full-size SUV, is actually usable. So you have 3 seats back there, really nice trim on the seats on the side, and then you can see perforated even down the center. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of leg space back there, and then there's decent headroom as well. Keyless entry for up front, and let's pop in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. We also have our memory seat functionality built in, and then the mirrors do power fold in. I'm guessing this has acoustic glass up front. Yep, it does. 1466 for the payload capacity with this. Pretty good. And look at the front seat again with that cool design all down the center. And the seats in the Armada are very comfortable. You also have power adjustments and lumbar support on the side. Soft touch trim all around the steering wheel. You've got paddle shifters there on the back. Practical controls on the front face for like the cruise control, for example. Voice command controls on the other side. And yeah, I really like that trim on it actually. Now, full digital gauge cluster in the center. You can change the information that's displayed on this. That's one benefit of having a full digital, is it's going to be a little bit more customizable, and I like that it lets you know what the driveline is doing all the time. 360 camera system with this, good resolution with the camera system itself. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, well, we can get out of the camera system there. It's pretty easy to use. Everything's nicely labeled there at the bottom. It's actually quick to respond as well. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up, but I'd say overall it's a good system. Nissan does still give you some physical controls for like the radio, your climate controls. It's got heated ventilated seats, and then you can see for the driveline, this does still have the 2-speed transfer case. You also have your drive modes for both on-road and off-road use, even hill descent control. Got the little transmission select there, auto stop start, turn that on or off. Storage here in the center section with the phone charging pad. You got a little cover for it, but yeah, big center console. There's more storage underneath as well. Really nice trim there on the dash, as you can see. And then we do have a camera rear view mirror with this, panoramic center to cap things off. 2026 Armada Platinum, $78,020. Let's see how this performs. Set off in the Armada Platinum. Just drove the Pro 4X with my wife, and she was very impressed with the new Armada, by the way, guys. When I first told her that Nissan built something special, she goes, it's a Nissan. That was literally her initial reaction. And then we go to the dealership and drive it, and she goes, this is nice. And I'm like, yeah, this is why you cannot be a brand loyalist. Being a brand snob, being a brand loyalist makes it so that you miss out on some great product. And this new Armada, this new Patrol is a good example of that. First off, this turbo V6, again, people told me it's a modified GTR engine. It performs really well. It's super smooth. The 9-speed's great. It is pretty aggressive right out of the gate in terms of like that initial pickup, get up and go. But it's a solid powertrain. It does come with auto stop start, but they at least let you turn that off if you don't want to use that function for some reason. The seats are super comfortable. That is one thing that Nissan does really well in their cars. Well, not every single car, but most of them, is the seats. And I do like the materials that Nissan uses. They might not be like the most expensive, most luxurious materials, but they feel high quality, and the build quality feels good too. And if I'm not mistaken, these Armadas are built in Japan, so you do have that nice Japanese build quality too. Super smooth power delivery. Yeah, just tons of torque. Tons and tons of torque. I'm actually interested to see, pop into eco mode. The reason I'm putting in eco mode, my wife said that the throttle was a little bit too touchy right out of the gate, like it just kind of jumped a little bit too much. So I'm interested to see if I pop it into eco mode, if that'll make it kind of smoother with the power delivery. Yeah, it seems like that initial bite's gone in eco mode. I will say the air suspension's definitely worth getting if you can afford the packaging that has it, because it does make the Armada a bit more comfy overall. So if you can afford it, I think it's worth it. And I mean, a Pro 4X actually starts at around where this is at, so like if you don't get all the fancy options in the Pro 4X, you could get that at a similar MSRP. Yeah, see, that's a lot smoother in eco. So like if you get one of these new Armadas, try it out. I mean, maybe you'll be disappointed by the power, but like it still feels like it's got enough power in eco mode, but then it feels like that initial throttle response is kind of smoothed out a bit, so it's not so aggressive. And I think that's important because it's a little bit aggressive in the normal mode. It feels like a sport mode almost. So is this the Armada sweet spot? You know, to be honest, I don't think so. I do like this Platinum package. The Platinum Reserve feels really special. And where this is priced at, it's so close to the Pro 4X that I kind of would rather go for the Pro 4X just for the looks. And it's like you still get the same luxury in the Pro 4X. It's not like, oh man, it's not like you're getting any less luxury in the Pro 4X package. It's the same. So I would say that if you want luxury, get the Platinum Reserve. If you want, you know, feature packed affordability, get the SV. And if you want, in terms of my opinion, the best value, base model Pro 4X. I think the base model Pro 4X with nothing added to it, I think that's kind of like the real Armada sweet spot. But let me know your thoughts.